Hey everyone, it's Jenny Dietrich with another Spin Sucks Inquisition, and I am very excited about today's guest because if you've been in the PR industry for any amount of time, meaning 3 months or 20 some odd years, which I'm not going to say how long it's been, but it's been 20 years, you will know today's guest. Please tell us who you are and what you do, sir.
I am Jerry Corbett, and I have a small consulting company called Red Flag, and I consult, coach, collaborate, commiserate, and act like a consigliere occasionally. And I'm also an avid photographer.
Did you do the photo behind you?
Yeah, the photo behind me, that's I shot that a couple years ago in Bozeman, Montana.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Thank you.
Really nice. And why, tell our viewers why the PR industry knows who you are.
Well, I've been in the business, unfortunately, for more than 40 years. And I've been a member of the Public Relations Society of America for about 40 years. And my undergrad degree is in public relations from San Jose State, which is the second oldest PR degree.
Is it really?
In America. Yeah.
What's the oldest?
After BU.
Huh, I didn't know that. I did not know that.
Yeah. But nobody talks about it, and I can't figure out why. But so, and I've spent most of my career running communications for Fortune 200 firms. The most recently being Hitachi, and for the last 9 years, I've had Red Flag, and I also coach. Years? Yeah, it's been 9 years.
Wow.
Hard to believe. That's
great.
And then I coach under the PR job coach moniker.
That's right. So let's talk mistakes. Just in the last 6 months, what's the biggest mistake you've made?
Holy moly, 6 months. You know what? Generally, I don't like to think of them as mistakes.
Fair.
I think of more like opportunities to learn.
Very fair.
But to be honest with you, in the last 6 months, actually I did a job interview by phone, which seems to be the soup of the day, and it went really well. I wasn't really looking for a full-time gig because most folks don't like old white guys. But so I did the phone interview, and the hiring manager said, "Hey, great, you'll be hearing from our internal recruiter next." Dead silence for the rest of the 2 months.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of sad, but I think that's the state of the industry at the moment. I do a fair amount of career management coaching, and once you get past 45 and even 40, it's a challenge.
What's interesting about that, though, is that they would say you'll hear from us, and then you don't. I mean, where is people's integrity today?
I know. And the funny thing is, the hiring manager connected with me on LinkedIn, the whole bit.
Huh.
And I'm sure she's embarrassed to tears. Because I hear that they still haven't filled the job. So
that's so frustrating. It's so frustrating.
It's more sad than anything else to think that the corporate world has gotten to this point where where people are just commodities.
Yep. Well, and even to your point, doing the phone interviews, but even the algorithms searching the resumes, so people aren't even reading the resumes anymore.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw that piece I posted the other day, but apparently somebody LinkedIn has some interesting algorithms to identify age.
Yep.
And
Yep.
And it is a legal algorithm to practice the fine art of age discrimination.
Wow.
But I think it's crazy.
That is crazy. It's crazy. So let's talk trends, because in the last, well, throughout your career and even my career, there's been so much change. You know, I love to tell the stories of how we would check the Big Bacon's books, the big green books out of the library at Fleischman, and then you'd go through and you'd copy the pages you want, you check the books back in, then you'd start calling reporters, right? So what's one of the trends that you're really excited about right now?
One of the trends that I'm excited about now. Well, you know, I think that my sense is that things might be getting a little bit more real and a little bit more honest.
Sure.
And I see more people calling out bad behavior.
Yep.
For people that are, you know, pitching without morals, or
right,
you know, pitching without any sense of due diligence. And so I think people are starting to get that, and I'm seeing more credibility in pitching. And I hope it's not a one-time event. I certainly hope it's a trend.
I think it's a trend. I would agree with you. I think it is.
But other trends, you know, one thing I want to say about our business is you read a lot about how public relations has changed dramatically.
Mm-hmm.
But my sense is that it hasn't.
Just the tools are different.
We're still doing what we've always done, but we've got different methodologies.
Mm-hmm.
We've got better tools, et cetera, et cetera.
Yep.
But we're still advocating, right?
Sure. Yep.
Client for the company.
Yep.
Organization, whatever, and it's hopefully still an honest game that we're doing, trying to help people understand, you know, our management, our companies, our organizations in an honest, open way. And that will never change. It's just the channels that change.
Yeah, I agree with that. We're still building relationships. We're still, yeah, you're right, advocating for organizations. Absolutely. So what's one thing about yourself that would surprise most people?
That I was a rocket scientist.
Is that true?
No, it's true. The first 7 years of my career, I worked for NASA.
Did you really?
And yeah. I was in aerospace engineering, and I worked on a lot of advanced projects like the space shuttle. Worked on testing MiG fighters. This was during the Vietnam War. I landed at NASA Ames Research Center in Mountain View in 1970. 1970. And I worked in engineering in the wind tunnels at NASA, testing everything that is flying today. We were testing back in the 70s.
So how did you go from that into PR?
Well, I mean, I got into engineering originally because my dad was an engineer. You know, I didn't know what else to do when I first entered college, so I majored in electronics engineering. So I did that for 2 years. when we lived in Philadelphia. And then my twin brother and I decided to leave home and go west, young man. And so we drove to California.
No way.
1970. Owned a 1966 Opel Cadet station wagon, and we had $100 between us. And so we drove west, and we both ended up working in a garlic factory in Gilroy for several months while we got our bearings. And after 6 months, I landed a job at NASA.
Wow.
Because of my 2 years of
engineering, yeah.
So I did that for 7 years, and because the wind tunnels use so much power, I ended up working the graveyard shift on the space shuttle program, and I went back to San Jose State during the day, majoring in PR journalism. So I had no social life, but I got my PR degree.
Fascinating.
So I made the bridge to PR, which I wanted to get into originally. I made the bridge by becoming a tech writer. So I worked for National Semiconductor, working on. I wrote the manuals, the software manuals for their microprocessor system.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. I love that story.
And so then I got recruited out of National to go to work for Creamer Dixon Bassford in Providence, Rhode Island.
Oh, really?
So I went from Palo Alto, California to downtown Providence.
How long were you in Providence?
Well, that's where Creamer Dixon Bassford was headquartered.
Uh-huh.
And they hired me to manage a group of writers for their technology clients.
That's so cool.
So the rest is history, I suppose.
That's so cool. I love that story. Well, speaking of stories, what is the best book you've read in the last 6 months?
Well, I'll be honest with you. I have not finished a book in the last 6 months, but my daughter, who just turned 11.
Oh, I was thinking she was 12, 11. Okay.
She's a voracious reader, and she's got me reading Percy Jackson's Greek Gods.
Oh, really?
Which is, I've started reading, and it's kind of refreshing. It's kind of like an irreverent look at gods.
Yeah. So are you reading them together?
She read the book already.
Oh, she did. I love it. I love it.
Actually, she's anxiously waiting for book 8 of Harry Potter because she's got
yes. As we all are. I agree. Totally agree. Are you Netflix watchers?
We aren't.
See, I have to ask that question now. I used to assume that everybody is, but everybody is not.
For some reason, we don't watch much TV. I mean, before Francesca was born, my better half and I watched what's the cop show?
Law and Order, NCIS.
We binged on Law and Order.
Oh yeah, I love Law and Order. Puts me to sleep.
After Francesca was born, it was just a steady diet of the Muppet and
right.
the rest of that stuff.
Yep.
So we've never gotten back to it. And then the crazy thing is, when we do watch TV, we always bow to our daughter.
Right.
And and her one of her favorite shows is Chopped.
Oh, I love Chopped as well.
So
Good,
we
good.
have a steady diet of Chopped
Food
and other things on the Food Channel.
I love it. There's nothing wrong with that. I was just watching, they had it on when I was getting my nails painted. They have like 12 to 14-year-olds that they do young chefs competitions.
Oh, yeah.
That's a lot of pressure. Holy cow.
Well, it is. And, occasionally my daughter will experiment with stuff, which is very cute.
Love it.
And, she'll make it's fun. It's fun.
I love it. Well, Laura, Jerry, Laura.
Hey, Jerry. Great to meet you.
Hello, Laura. It's a distinct pleasure. And I guess I'm afraid right now.
You should be afraid. I'm afraid as well. Sometimes
it might not be a distinct pleasure after we start to play the game,
right.
But I'll take it as I can. So, okay. All right. So Ginny will go first, and she'll show you how it's done.
Okay.
Clearly, you washed your hair, Laura. Did you wash it last night?
It's not smooth anymore. I know.
Yesterday she came on and it was like all smooth and straight, and I was like, "What's wrong with your hair?"
Because I had gotten it done, and like the hairstylist is the only one that can comment. So back to
clearly you washed it. That's too bad.
Yeah, I know, it's a bummer.
So I'm not important enough to get your hair done.
Apparently not.
I should have gone back and said, "Listen, I'm going to see Jerry today. Let's make this, world class." But I'm sorry, I let you down. Next time. Yeah, next time I'll be in full evening black tie with my hair done, just for you.
Okay, you got it.
All right, Jenny, are you ready, ma'am?
Sure.
Okay. All right. Would you please name 3 types of apples?
Golden Delicious, Fuji, and Red Delicious.
Good job. You know your apples. Good work.
You forgot Granny Smith, though.
Granny Smith. I don't like Granny Smith. They're really only good for apple pie.
Okay.
That's a good point. They're a little sour. Okay, Jerry. Would you please tell us 3 excuses for being late?
I had to walk the dog. The alarm didn't go off, and my daughter had some issue I had to take care of.
Good job.
I have the best I'm gonna be late story. We had an intern years ago who called in and said, "I'm going to be late today because there's a fire in our building and the elevators don't work. And so we're all stuck on the floors." Well, first of all, if there's a fire in your building, you're not stuck in your apartment. Let's start there. Secondly, she lived on the 3rd floor. So we were like, come to work.
Okay. Get that sheet and climb out the window.
Right. Not that hard. You could probably jump from the 3rd floor.
Wow.
Love that story. I was just thinking about that the other day. Oh, people.
That's great. Okay. Ginny, would you please name 3 things you do in the sand?
Build sandcastles, bury people up to their necks, and dig seashells.
Dig seashells. Good job. Last minute entry, but that works. Okay. Jerry, would you please name 3 foods that are naturally orange?
Salmon, oranges, and Tobacco.
Oh, look at that!
Impressive.
Yes.
That's impressive. Yeah.
I mean, I was thinking like carrots, sweet potatoes, pumpkin, but no, Jerry pulls out the...
I like how you said naturally orange too, so the Cheetos can't get in there.
Right. No,
good
I
point.
learned that last time from you, ma'am.
Yeah. We love Cheetos in our house.
That was impressive, Jerry.
That was impressive. I feel like you should get an extra point for that.
I feel
thank
like
you.
Yeah.
And all that watching the Food Network is really paying off.
Right.
That's right. Yeah.
You tell Francesca you just won because of that.
Yeah, good work.
Frankie, I just won.
Okay, Ginny, would you please name 3 Japanese car companies?
Oh, geez. Mitsubishi, Honda, and Subaru.
Good job.
Thank you.
Nice work.
That was easy. Come on.
Don't let our client see that.
I know, I was going to say that would have been very bad had you missed that one. All right. On the same automobile theme, Jerry, would you please name 3 reasons to tow a car?
Blown engine, 2 flat tires, or you've been arrested.
No! That
That's
is also a very good answer.
Yes.
Wow, yes.
Good
I
job.
think that we should do a best of, and that would go in the best of. That and name 3 things in their shell, my ex-boyfriend. That would go in the best of.
We need to do that for sure. Yeah. All right. Okay, last one. Ginny, would you please name 3 things you do on the 4th of July?
Drink beer, watch fireworks, and go swimming.
Good work. Ginny has her 4th of July plans already made.
I don't drink beer, but I've heard what people do.
Yeah.
What do you drink?
Wine.
Okay. That works for me.
Yeah, I bet it works for you.
Okay, Jerry, would you please name 3 reasons to throw confetti?
A wedding, a parade, or a graduation.
Nice.
Good job. Nice. Very nice. Jerry, you're impressive.
Yeah, I feel like you practiced for this.
I know.
How can you practice?
You can't. Unless Laura gave you the questions.
I don't think Laura gave them to me in advance, but
No. This is a legit game. Jerry's just legitimately.
He was legitimately good at this. We should send him on the Ellen show. He was very good at this.
We should. We'll contact Ellen for you. We'll let her know.
all right, wonderful.
Yeah.
Will you please tell everyone where they can find you online, sir?
Okay, you can find me everywhere. You can Google Jerry Corbett, or you can just go to about.me/Gerard Corbett, and I've got all of my social media coordinates listed.
Perfect. That's easy for me. I will list everything in the blog post. Thank you so much for being here. It's good to see you.
It was a pleasure and an honor. So thank you both.
Great to meet you, Jerry.
Indeed. Same here. Thank you, Laura.